I do want to touch a little bit on Dwight Howard as well as Royce Reed and Amy Luciani. Okay. Dwight Howard is he might currently still be a basketball player professionally, and I just don't really keep up with him like that aside from the salacious things that are put out there about him in the blogs. Okay. The most recent scandal that he was a part of was a young man accusing him of violating him in a sexual way, from my understanding. And that's not the first time that's happened. There was another guy before that, like I think a few years before that, that called him out about that. All right. And I think he may have gotten some cases or a case dismissed when it comes to that particular situation of him involving men in the bedroom stuff. And that's that man's personal business, but when you essay somebody, then that is becoming everybody's business, if that is indeed what happened. But what that man do in his bedroom, like, I could care less, high key. And that's what he kind of came out and said as well. He was like, what I do is what I do. It's giving Lil Wayne, what's in my cup? You worried about what's in my cup? It's my cup. He ain't lying. It's his. If you want to do it, girl, you can hunch it, bunch it, do all. I don't give a damn. Do your thing. We don't care. But it's just how he shows up. And I never saw him as a nice person. I'm going to be real honest. From the moment Basketball Wives came to us and we learned Royce Reed was going to be on the show, y'all, once it was announced, it was not, I promise y'all, much longer after her being announced to be on the show, did she receive a gag order saying she couldn't discuss him at all. And it was in that moment that I said, oh, this motherfucker, that's what we doing? So part of her having a child with you is a part of her claim to fame to get on the show, but then she can't discuss you at all, so you gag ordered her. It was in that moment that I just said, I don't think he's a good person. I just don't think he's a good person, okay? And she couldn't really say a lot of stuff, but she would kind of hint at things. But a lot of what she's hinted at, she's still on his ass about, and I don't recall her ever lying. I do think that whatever Royce said he did that SHI. And for me, I never understood how after Royce has said some things about him, even though she may have gotten in trouble for saying some stuff, I never and then, you're hearing these different rumors about him. I never quite understood why women continue to gravitate towards this man. It must be the money, okay? It must be a piece of a tip drill, because that's what I'm hearing in my ear. I'm hearing must be that, because it ain't that face. I need a tip drill, okay? So it must be the bag, because it's not your heart. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't understand. It must be the bag. He ended up dating Taya Cooper for a second. And when I found out he was engaged to her, I was sick. Gorgeous woman. I do believe that she is from Georgia. I forgot what area though. Not Douglasville, but I'm seeing the area, but I can't think of it. But anywho, she's from Georgia, from my understanding. And beautiful woman. I think she played at LSU, went on to play for WNBA over there in LA. And when they came out and they was dating, I was sick about it. I said, girl, ain't that man like a strong age difference between y'all? Okay, like, what's going on? And they didn't even date long before they got engaged. I said, where are her parents? Why are you guys okay with this? And sometimes parents don't be okay. I don't know if that was their situation, but I feel like sometimes parents aren't okay. It's just that they may have told you and you're going to do what you want to do. And sometimes in order to maintain a closer relationship, you got to just let them do their thing, and they're going to have to figure it out on their own and just be there to support them when it all comes crashing down, because you can kind of see it for what it is, right? Don't know why they broke up, but they did at some point. And she went on to date Alvin Kamara, I believe is his name. They have a beautiful daughter together. Like, that man is very handsome. And I said, B.I.T., you did right, ho. Because y'all look good together. I don't know if they still together, but they got a cute little girl, and they are two fine people, and I love it. Okay, but anywho, so fast forward, we've been introduced to Amy Luciani, and let me get her page up here for the people that may not know. Amy Luciani, I first came across by way of YouTube, okay? YouTuber, vlogger turned rapper, and at some point, she had a boyfriend, Mozzie. She came down social media, exposed Mozzie. I did a video on it, and I really appreciated her being very honest about that relationship. But actually, when I reflect back on Mozzie, I'm really not too surprised now that I see her dating Dwight Howard, considering the fact that she was fucking with Mozzie when Mozzie wasn't even seeing and taking care of his kids. And I said, I don't understand how you just can fuck with a man that don't take care of his kids. Like, are you okay? So then she broke up with him as she, coming into herself, realizing some stuff. And she's just like, you know what? Like, you never really get your kids, spend time with your kids. Like, I don't want to continue to be in a relationship with a man like that. So she came to her senses. So I thought. She gets on Love and Hip Hop. Enjoyed her at one point, okay? I think she may be on her third or fourth season. got on my motherfucking nerves by the second one when she was about to beef with Erica Banks over at Chaotic. Okay. Then another season. What do we see? Her feeling a way about Bambi dating a guy that she used to date a decade ago. Like she's supposed to tell you that information. So she tried to put it on Scrappy and all this other stuff. Amy was just looking crazy out here in these streets. Okay. But Scrappy ironically went live on last week. And when he went live, he kind of showed that she was engaged, had a ring on her finger in the club with Dwight. All right. And next thing you know, that is what we see, that these two individuals are indeed together. He obviously had proposed to her. And I can't. Okay. And I don't dislike Amy. I just don't like how she's been shown on TV. And I had to unfollow because I just don't want to see her and Dwight. Okay, on my timeline. All right, I'm not trying to like. I'll see Amy, but Dwight, I'm not interested. Like, no, ma'am. Okay, I don't want to see him up and down my damn timeline. But anywho, that is, who she's with. They've been together for some time, and I know she put a post up at one point once this information came out about who she was dating. She put a post up about being very private. If the video had never dropped of her and him, she would have never let anybody know who she was dating. She just would have been happy in private, okay? As she says here, after all that, still committed. And then where's the other one? So private, I could be at my own wedding and post a pic of the sky. Okay. So she kind of wish she would have just stayed a little private, but she was exposed. And it's like, I don't know why you acting like you wish you would have stayed private when you turned to the camera and you start doing all of this and all that. I mean, like, it's like you wanted the people to know. So just do your thing. Is this going to pan out well for her? I'll be honest. I am not wishing for bad on Amy. At all. I'm not wishing for bad on Amy at all. But based on this person's track record, I do not see things going the way that she thought. A lot of her posts and photos, all of this she ain't giving too much different than what Taya Cooper was giving. And they broke up. I think they could have actually been together for 6 months, Taya Cooper and Dwight, before he proposed to her. And then now I wonder how long these two been together before he proposed to her. So they're supposed to be together. But I'm just like, how and why? I don't know how I mean, the baby mamas rarely have anything positive to say about this man. But okay, child. And speaking of the baby mamas, Miss Royce Reed. Actually, before we go to Royce, let's get into him real quick because he has some things to say about for the people that are not in support of him and Amy.
Said, Amy, girl, you don't know what that man did in his past. See, that's why this person who just wrote that comment.
But God knows what you've done in your past.
I'm going to say it. That's why this person who wrote that comment will never get blessed like they supposed to.
Ever.
They talking about something, my past. Everybody in the world got a past. But guess what? When you get into a relationship with somebody, you don't bring the past in the relationship. The past is the past for a reason.
If the past is the past for a reason, then I think that Royce would be in a better place with you and you would be in a better place with her to where she doesn't feel the vengeance to come on social media and drag the dog out of you. Okay? You can sit up here and give us all these educational, spiritual words or whatever the case is, but to me that's giving performative because a lot of y'all show one way in public and be a completely different way behind the scenes, and that's why Royce be exposing your ass, okay? For the truth that she has really experienced, all right? I can't. I mean, yeah, God probably gonna forgive you. He about know all the that you doing out here in these streets or whatever. Like that's just how you is. But at the same time, I know God somewhere like, now why am I in it? Why am I in it?
Somebody like you will be stuck in the past for the rest of your life, and you won't get the benefits and the blessings that you're supposed to get. Because you're worried about somewhere else, and you worried about the past too much. Let it go. Whatever happened to me in 2024, it ain't coming with me in 2025. Whatever happened in 2023, it didn't come with me in 2024.
I'm not going to be able to continue to listen to the foolishness, the diabolicalness of what is happening, okay? Have you ever heard that your reputation precedes you? So a lot of what you've done over the years has always come into the new year with you, baby. So I'm not even here for like, I just can't. Um, let's scoot over, okay? He does go on to talk a bit about Royce and him saying that he was giving her oh so much of money a month in child support, and I guess she did something else with it. Let him tell it.
For a while, so now who else gonna pay me a check to talk about my business?
Let's not do this.
I get what you're saying.
How about we got these kids together? Let's find out a way to make money together. We don't have to be together, but okay, we have a son. Our son, he could act. He got a portion of your spirit and mine, which means he could probably sing, act, dance, play sports, do whatever he want to do, and he's smart. Instead of taking the money and taking away,
let's invest in building this.
Let's build on that. Let's use what he has to make him better. And oh, you know what's going to happen when you do that? It's going to in turn take care of you.
Yep.
It's going to, by us doing this for our child, it's going to make you better.
Or not that. Even if they don't want to do that, set them up for a business. Let's do anything to make sure. Come on, bro.
The money that was given is all right. People don't understand this. When you get child support money, it's tax free. Tax free, which means if that says you're getting $12,000 a month,
basketball wise, and now who else gonna pay me a check?
You're really getting $12,000 a month. It's no taxes coming out of there. I get taxed
on the money.
So guess what? When they tax me first, and I give that money that's already taxed to them, tax free. They get everything. So, my son's mom, that was $13,000 a month from the time my son was born. Let's do the math on that.
I'm gonna do it right now. Why you talking? Hold on.
I think she said it wasn't 13, right?
I'm gonna do it right.
So let's do a lump sum of over $200,000. This is what I did for her when he first was born. You take the money.
Not you did it for her, but according to her, she says that it was back pay. And I don't blame her, because what she said she did was when she got that back pay, she took that money and went and bought her a house. And I feel like I would have did the same thing. In the very beginning, I would have did the exact same fucking thing, okay? Because that's also why you talk about businesses and having things for your kids. That's also something that she can leave to her child, okay?
And you go buy a dance studio. That has nothing to do with your child.
That shit can't be right.
She cleared that up, and she says that she didn't use his money for a dance studio. That's very possible that she didn't. I don't know if she did or didn't.
I saw a number. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That can't be right.
What do you see?
Hold on. It's right.
I stopped paying that child support this year.
Hold on.
How much is that?
Hold on. Listen, this shit is okay. So you was paying $13,000 times 12. That's $156,000 a year.
You're really getting $12,000 a month.
Hold on.
My son
times 17 is hold on. What my shit saying? Something. My shit is saying 2.652 million. That's a great career, my nigga.
Okay, so
that's a great career.
That's one child. I've had multiple kids, and they get thousands of dollars every month. $16,000 a month. So you can't say that I'm not doing my job for providing for my kids. I still gotta work.
Nigga.
I still gotta get my ass up at 4 or 5 in the morning.
I ain't stopped.
What are y'all doing?
Dwight, that's why I was going.
That's why I don't get upset. That's why I don't cause myself to get into that, because I know the dedication that it took me to get there. I just get upset and say, hey, don't talk about me on the internet.
I'm going to call a piece of cap, because I don't know their full story, but the piece of cap for me was in the beginning.
Basketball wise, and now
when he talks about let's work together, it's hard to work together when Royce shows you all of the cases, all of the motions that are filed against her. And she ain't got no attorney, or whatever attorney she did have, she couldn't fully trust or whatever, but you're keeping her in court. So the money that you are giving to her, how much is she really able to use if she's having to pay an attorney? So some of it's not fully 100%. But some part of me also don't feel like Royce is all the way 100%. Like right in everything. I do stand with her on a lot, but there was something that she said in one of her lives that I kind of did not like, okay? And it was her, I don't know what she's going to say here. We're going to play a little bit of it. But she mentioned going to quarantine with him, and that was a bit of a side eye for me. Now I understand. I think she tried to say she felt like he won, like she felt defeated or whatever. But at the same time, this man has done too much to you since you've had his child for you to want to even quarantine with him. And I think she had a boyfriend or something at the time that was like, why would you go quarantine with him? Like, you ain't got to. Like, why would you go do that? And she went and did it anyway. Like, you didn't have to. I don't know why, but it just made me kind of like side eye. Not so much as that part, but it was more of the part when she mentioned that I guess this was when Taya was around, even though I thought they had broken up. Maybe they were working on it or something. But she said something about his girlfriend that was a basketball player. And she would come around to see if they having sex or whatever the case, or messing with each other. And because at the time when the quarantine happened, all of the baby mamas was there. And so Royce said something like, not yet. And she kind of did this laugh. And I'm like, wait, I'm confused. So are you saying that you went to stay with this man who has been so disrespectful to you, and then the girlfriend was trying to see if y'all could have been messing with each other, and you laugh and say not yet? So are you saying that you may have done something with him too? I don't know. It was something off about that. And I'm like, Royce, you might have to clear that up for me a little bit more. But yeah, y'all leave y'all thoughts. Y'all gonna do that anyway, because that's just how y'all is. But let me check this out so we can wrap up this story. Because she's been doing this thing where I had a baby by Superman over on her IG. And it's a lot of videos that I'm not in the mood to get into at this particular time. We'll check this snippet out. But she has a lot of videos for y'all to go back and check out, talking about the moment she got with him. And she talked about some of this in the interview with Carlos. And it goes all the way up until present day. She has a lot to say to get off of her chest about this man. And I do feel like I support 98 to 99% of everything she's saying. It's just that 1% that had me looking at her side. I like, not be, why the fuck would you go stay with this ragged ass man, knowing how he has done you, and then hint at not yet with having sex. But she did say that the man wanted her and the baby mamas to be in some type of polyamorous relationship. And she was like, fuck no. Only to get to a place where she had to leave, like flee, in a sense, with her and her son. And the lawyer told her that was the best thing for you to do, because if you would have stayed any longer, he could have claimed, I guess, rights or custody or something over her child. So she left at a good time. But anywho, y'all have to check it out for yourself, because I'm sure I'm missing a lot.
To reiterate why I'm doing this, he decided to call my child while he was playing Fortnite a few nights ago. And this is after I told my child, don't block him. You know, maybe one day he'll change. I have never talked shit about his father publicly or even to him, really ever. And anyone who knows me knows that I would literally stick up for him. There was a day where my child was that kid sitting on the sidewalk waiting on his dad to pull up. There was a day that happened. That day is also the day that I found out that he was in New Jersey with his cousin and Pastor Zachary Timms. I screen grabbed that picture. That next morning, all of a sudden, Pastor Zachary Timms is no longer with us. There's no video surveillance, but there is a picture of who he was with. And then all of a sudden, Superman's Twitter went from having 10,000 tweets to about 10. But I digress. I'll get there later. I'll talk to y'all later. I need to finish, deep conditioning my hair.
Royce been over here on this man's arse, child. It has been an overall mess. That's all that I can say. It has been a true mess. Let me go up to see what she says here.
I'm now the one who ruined his career. I am ungodly. I am not worthy of being a mother. I'm this dancer who just danced on a court in booty shorts and half tops. And instead of being respected as me having a career, I was then basically told that I was a slut. I was a whore. I was one of those dirty dancers on the court. That I had nothing going for me. And that I was a mistake. That we never dated for real. All of a sudden, pictures that we used to have that were up, they were gone.
Child.
It was almost like the entire trace of our relationship was gone. And then all of a sudden, there's pictures of him on Media Takeout with this white girl. So I kind of knew then that it was probably about an image thing, and I was basically the scapegoat. I was the one who needed to take the L. I was the one who ruined him, and this girl was supposed to be his savior. I'm now the one who ruined his career.
The reason why I believe what all Royce is saying is because of the video we just got into not long ago of him talking about, you know, God, this and that, you living in the past and all of this other stuff. It is about image perception just a little bit. And I can imagine the number that he's doing on Amy's mental. Amy probably gonna start coming to social media showing up something different her damn self. We shall see, child. She might, because I mean that just makes sense. He trying to portray an image like he all about God, this, that, and the other, but then behind the scenes you over here dibbling and dabbling and doing what you do. I mean, you got a right to do what you want to do. I mean, it is your life, but at the same time, don't be coming on here being performative. So I do believe that he judged her accordingly for whoever he needs to set whatever fake example for. Let me tell y'all know Amy is a rapper. And I'm hoping that even with her being a rapper, and what's interesting is I saw Tokyo Jets in her comments saying congratulations. Even though she is a rapper, I'm hoping that she doesn't allow him to make her give up her career. And it's no shade to Tokyo Jets. Love Tokyo Jets. Came across her on social media, Instagram specifically, when she was rapping in a car and stuff like that, snapping. I think I may still have a video of her on my IG page, right? Going in. Love her down. She used to be a part of Grand Hustle over there with T.I. And her career honestly was going nowhere fast because nothing was really happening with Grand Hustle. And then when all of those allegations came out about T.I. violating somebody and him losing the opportunity over there with VH1, slowly did Grand Hustle come crashing down, which was really, unfortunate. Well, she is now married, okay? She is married, and I forgot her husband's name, but he does have a twin. He's in the NFL, and the twin actually has a hand issue. Like, I think he doesn't have like a hand, or something happened when he was younger, or when he was, in the womb. Something happened to where he doesn't have a hand, but they both play football. All right. And so she's married to him. And there was a statement that came out last week where they said that he retired her from rapping. And although that sounds great, I don't know. Like, she also has like a podcast and things that she's working on. Some part of me feels like that makes sense. Maybe it was easier to retire her from rapping because the rap career wasn't really panning out anyway. It wasn't really going anywhere. It wasn't, she made some elevation once she came from, I think she's from Florida, and then she got signed to Grand Hustle, which was good. But beyond that, like nothing else, like it didn't really go anywhere. So might as well, I guess, put it all in on love and stuff. And she got like 2 kids. Her oldest son is not by him, but she is pregnant now, and she has 1 child. So she's about to have 2 kids by him. And he seems like he adores her and that little boy. Okay. And the little boy looked just like the sister. So they all look like one big happy family. But I don't know if that's a good thing or not. In the beginning of me learning this, I'm kind of like, that may not be a good look. So you're going to put your goals down and you wanting to be a rapper to only be a housewife and a mom. I don't know. I feel like if that's what you're going to do, I feel like it's going to be a change after you may have this 3rd child, and you might be like, ooh, I'm tired. Like, listen, I need to find myself again. I need to get out and do something, potentially. But we don't know. Maybe she won't be doing rap. She might go into a completely different lane, So we'll just have to wait and see. In the beginning, it doesn't sound that great because most women that do go off to be with men that are more financially sound than them, when they decide they don't want to be a part of the relationship anymore, you get the short end of the stick. But I don't know. She might not be getting the short end of the stick. If they signed a prenup, if they didn't, maybe they're going to be together forever. Maybe she no longer love rap anymore. Maybe that desire, because a lot of people get signed to labels and they just don't like it. They don't like the art no more. They just be like, nah, this industry ruined it for me. Like, I don't want to do no music. Like, I'm good. And that could have been the reason too. But it sounds better to say that he retired her. Right. And I'm like, did he really retire? It's really giving, like, I'm with a man that's rich as hell and I don't have to do this shit. I don't have to grind it out like I used to and all. I don't got to do that no more. And I was falling out of love with it anyway. Okay, so I'll figure out what my next passion gonna be, and hopefully she does, and she goes off and do that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it's gonna pan out. But congratulations to her on, you know, getting married, and, you know, her beautiful little girl, and being pregnant with the next baby and stuff. And I'm here for it, and I love that she found a love. He does seem like he's a nice guy, even though I don't really know him from afar. He seems like he's a really nice guy. And congrats for her, because I don't think things was that great with the first baby daddy. I think there was some stuff that, you know, that it wasn't as great. So I'm happy for her. I'm always happy, you know, when people get a, you know, a happy ending after, you know, a not so great one. Okay, but y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. I just came to chit chat with you guys for a little minute. All right, I am Jamie, that's me. Make sure you guys are indeed liking up the video, subscribing to the channel, all that great jazz. I'm Jamie, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, honey. Bye-bye.
Yeah, tell him I preach to the choir, stand with my feet to the fire, give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I could face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can fill a pool, we gon' make them